This is the new Porsche 911 Dakar, and it's a little bit like a beached whale, and you'll find out why that is a bit later in this video. I'm also going to tell you about the exterior design, the interior, the upgrades to the chassis, and how quick it is when you launch it from 0 to 60 miles an hour on mud. Because I'm Matt Watson, and you're watching Car Wow. Buy, sell, Car Wow. The 911 Dakar is based on the Carrera 4 GTS. So it has the same engine, 3 litre, twin turbo, flat 6, puts out 480 horsepower and 570 newton meters of torque, drives all 4 wheels via an 8-speed dual clutch automatic gearbox. How quick is it? Let's find out. Porsche says this car should do 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds, but that's when you're driving on tarmac. What happens when you're driving on mud? Let's find out. Whoa! Oh, that was nuts. 6.2 seconds. The Dakar actually has slightly smaller brakes than the GTS on which it's based. They use the braking system from the Carrera. Reason being, they have 19-inch alloys on the front and 20s at the rear, so you need slightly smaller discs. You have 350mm at the front and the back, but you've got 6 piston calipers at the front and 4 at the rear. Let's do a brake test to see how they perform, but let's do it slightly differently. Rather than usual brake test from 60 miles an hour, let's do one from 30, but into mud. So here we go. Let's get to 30 miles an hour. There we are. I'm going to brake test now into mud, coming up. Okay, so that took 27 meters to stop in mud. Brilliant. I'm going to talk you around the design of this car. Now, it's not in an ideal situation to do that because it's covered in mud and stuck. We can't move it. We're going to press on anyway. So the car has a redesigned front bumper, so it's got less of a front overhang, so it makes it better for going up ramps and stuff like that. You're not going to ground out so much. You're also helped by the fact that this car rides 60mm higher from the ground than a standard GTS, and then you can raise it a further 30mm. You've also got the bonnet from the GT3. Oh, lovely. This tow hitch, so you can haul the car out of mud. Moving down the side, we've got these really cool retro style wheels. You've got the cladding around the wheel arches and down the side. You can probably see what was Rothman's paint scheme harks back to the 1980s, but obviously you can't advertise cigarettes on a Porsche these days. So they've called it Rough Roads. Moving to the back, you have a carbon fibre spoiler. Rather than a diffuser, you've got this kind of plastic protection here as well. The glass, lightweight, like you get on a GT3. Looks really cool. And look, I'm very stuck. I'm as stuck as the car. And you have another towing eye there at the back. Oh. Here on the inside, the Dakar gets the GT3 carbon fibre bucket seats. Yeah, they are lovely. You've got Alcantara on the steering wheel, you've got it on the dash. This one has blue stitching about the place and blue seat belts like that. Then there's Dakar badging, and it has the optional roll cage because this is a 2-seater. There's no rear seats in the Dakar. We've also got the handy off-road mats. Very good too, because look at my feet and the mess I'm making. Not ideal. The car also gets 2 special driving modes that you don't get on other 911s. So we have an off-road mode, which will control the traction and stuff like to make you be able to drive in terrible terrain. Should have used that. And you have a rally mode, which is designed to send more power to the rear so that you can accelerate better when you're driving off-road and hooning about. So how much do all these upgrades cost? Well, the Dakar starts from £173,000. There are some serious chassis upgrades to this car to make it capable of driving in these conditions. So what you have is suspension that is 50% softer than in the normal 911 GTS. Also, you have longer wheel travel. Plus, you get axle lift, not only on the front, which you can get as an option on normal 911s, but also on the rear. So that can lift you a further 30mm, though I don't think that's going to be enough to get me free from this. Other upgrades you have, really important, tyres, specially developed Pirelli Scorpion tyres, which give you a lot of grip, but not quite enough here. Now, other things that you get as standard on this car include Porsche torque vectoring, so an electronically controlled limited slip differential on the rear axle, and rear wheel steering. Let's take it for a drive. This is what happened earlier and why it's like this. One of the great things about this car is that you can just do donuts without shredding your tyres, because you can just slide it around on the dirt. So good. This should be like me talking about what the car's like. It's just me giggling, dicking about. Whee! I want to go that way. Yes, we can. You betcha can. Here we go. Down here. Whee! It's just an insane car. I just want to play and have fun. You just think about this, you just want to like mess around. I mean, look at this, this is 911. It's just stupid crazy. I can't barely see. I can go a lot faster than that Cayenne can over here. Oh, this is extreme. Get the momentum up to go up here. I can't believe he went up there. This is so much fun. Got to keep that power up because otherwise I'm getting stuck in there. Once again, can't see a thing. Don't stop. Let's not stop here. Let's not stop here. No, 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 I've cocked it up. Bollocks. Bugger. It was going to happen eventually. Well, it appears that, you know, it's not perfect. While I was having huge amounts of fun, it does appear that if you get in really deep mud, then the ground clearance will get the better of you and you might get stuck. But wow. I've never had so much fun getting stuck in all my life. So then, what's my final verdict on the Porsche 911 Dakar? Should you avoid it? Should you consider it? Should you shortlist it? Or should you just go right ahead and buy it? Well, I think the majority of potential Porsche buyers should avoid it. Reason being, it's absolutely designed for doing stuff like this. And if I bought this car, I could never bring myself to put it through this and get it dirty just because of the cost. So I'd spend my money on something like a GT3 RS. Yeah, no, I've got one coming. Anyhow, if I was uber rich though, I would so go right ahead and buy one of these. Absolutely, I'd add it to my collection because then I wouldn't care if it got dirty or got stuck because I'd have someone to come and rescue it and then clean it and fix any damage that might have been done to it. Speaking of which, this is the press car, so there's the man from Porsche. You can have your car back now. I've kind of finished with it. Bye.